Bitcoin investing for beginners. Why I think Bitcoin could go to the moon in 2021. A brief review of the Gemini and BlockFi crypto exchanges and how you can earn interest on your crypto. And 5 stocks that will benefit from the Bitcoin boom. All this right after. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Learn to invest like a wolf at your own risk. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Wolves of Investing. My name is Donnie Nguyen and I'm the founder of Wolves of Investing. If you're new, my channel is primarily about investing in the stock market. If you want to learn how to achieve financial freedom through investing, be sure to click on that subscribe button and notification bell if you haven't yet. Today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. First, I'm going to share with you my background with Bitcoin. Second, I'm going to give you a high-level, non-technical intro to Bitcoin for beginners. Third, I'm going to give you my bull case and price target for Bitcoin and why I think it could 10x in the next few years. Fourth, I'm going to give you the bear case for Bitcoin and why many smart people think that Bitcoin could go to zero, and 2 ways that Bitcoin could go to zero. Fifth, I'm going to compare Bitcoin to other cryptos. 6, I'm going to discuss my tips for investing in Bitcoin. 7, I'm going to briefly review the Gemini crypto exchange and BlockFi crypto exchange where you can invest your crypto and earn interest on your crypto. And finally, for those who want to profit from Bitcoin's rise but don't want to directly invest in Bitcoin, I'm going to go over 5 stocks that will benefit from Bitcoin's boom. Time links are in the video description in case you want to skip around to a particular topic. Before we get started, please remember to smash that like button to help out with the YouTube algorithm. Are you ready? Let's go. What is my background with Bitcoin? If you're like most people, you may have heard of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies back in the 2017 Bitcoin bubble. Bitcoin opened that year at $966.60. By the end of 2017, it reached a high of $19,891 for a 1-year 20-bagger. The following year, it crashed to $3,215. Fast forward to 2017, I started getting really interested in a cryptocurrency called Ethereum, which promised to be the world's decentralized supercomputer. This is something that made a lot of sense to me. So I started investing in Ethereum and other highly speculative cryptos. By the end of 2017, I would buy a hyped up crypto and see its price rise 200% in a few days. I was so excited to see these kinds of gains and thought that it could be just the beginning. Then, as many of us know, the crypto bubble burst and I was stuck holding a lot of bags. At one point, my crypto portfolio was down over 50%. Several of my cryptos are still down over 90% to this day. However, after the bubble burst, I started to take a strong interest in the granddaddy of all cryptos, Bitcoin. From 2018 till today, I dollar cost average into Bitcoin. And because of Bitcoin's recent rise, my entire crypto portfolio is finally back in the green. What is Bitcoin and why is it so important? Bitcoin was the first blockchain and first cryptocurrency. It effectively solved the double spend problem. In the physical currency world, aka cash, you cannot double spend your dollar bills. If you reach into your wallet and hand over your cash to someone else, those bills are no longer in your wallet. So you can no longer spend those bills elsewhere because they no longer exist in your wallet. In the digital world, anyone can make copies of a digital asset, such as a PDF or MP3, and distribute them as they please. Bitcoin's technology makes it such that you can't double spend your Bitcoins. It's a one-way, irreversible transaction that's recorded on Bitcoin's blockchain. This is such an important discovery because never before in history have you been able to guarantee the one-way send of a digital asset. Blockchain is poised to disrupt many industries, such as finance and banking, medicine and health, real estate, and many others. But one significant use case is digital currency. Bitcoin is being used as a store of value, and many call Bitcoin digital gold. What is my bull case for Bitcoin? Like gold, there will only be a finite number of Bitcoins mined. Only 21 million Bitcoins will ever be produced. Last time I checked, gold has a market value of roughly $9 trillion. If I give the same market value to Bitcoin and divide 9 trillion by 21 million, I get a price of $428.6 thousand per Bitcoin. That's roughly a 24 bagger from Bitcoin's recent price range. Bitcoin, unlike gold, has other use cases that haven't yet fully been tapped. So the market cap could potentially be higher than that of gold. Based on a stock chart that I drew way back in 2018, I compared Bitcoin's price action from 2013 to the 2017 bubble. If I overlay that same price action starting from the 2017 bubble peak, I get a very similar price action through 2020, which implies that Bitcoin might be entering a bull market in 2021. Based on the stock chart, my bull case for Bitcoin is over $200,000 by the end of 2021, which implies an 11-bagger return. And remember, I didn't just create this chart last week to corroborate my story. I created this chart 2 years ago, and I'm really amazed at how closely this story has been playing out so far. One catalyst for a 2021 boom is the adoption of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies by institutional investors, such as Cathie Wood's ARK Invest, Jack Dorsey's Square, and most recently, PayPal. What is the bear case? Will Bitcoin go to zero? Many smart investors think that Bitcoin could go to zero. Warren Buffett's longtime business partner, Charlie Munger, calls Bitcoin worthless artificial gold and rat poison. Buffett tops that by calling Bitcoin rat poison squared. So what could cause Bitcoin to go to zero? First, the government can ban Bitcoin or ban exchanges, which would effectively ban Bitcoin because you can't withdraw your Bitcoin to cash without an exchange. Bitcoin is currently banned in India, the second most populous country in the world. What if other countries decide to ban Bitcoin? A second reason Bitcoin can go to zero is if its blockchain ever gets hacked. Currently, Bitcoin is viewed as the most secure decentralized blockchain. Since Bitcoin was first created in 2009, there have been hundreds of millions of transactions, and no coins have ever been stolen from Bitcoin's blockchain. But there is a technology called quantum computers that many people believe will be able to break Bitcoin's encryption in the next few years. If this were to happen, not only will Bitcoin go to zero, but all cryptos will go to zero. So that is a huge risk to consider when investing in Bitcoin or other cryptos. What about the other 3,000 cryptocurrencies? Currently, there are over 3,000 cryptocurrencies. So why do I think Bitcoin is better than all the rest? In my opinion, most of all the other coins are trash. And for the ones that might not be trash, most people who will try and research them to find an edge, like I did in 2017, will likely run into some very savvy and downright scammy marketing, fall into a rabbit hole, and waste their precious time and money on a bunch of trashy coins that will most likely go to zero. Second, all cryptos are based on blockchain. So basically, they're just copying Bitcoin's idea, slapping a story around it, and saying that it's the next best thing. It's not. Also, Many of them are forks of Bitcoin's code. In fact, anyone can copy Bitcoin's code and create their own crypto. But Bitcoin's power comes not only from its tech, but also from its adoption by institutions. Think of it this way. Facebook, which is a company I own, is the largest social media network in the world, with over 2 billion users. But any high school kid with some programming knowledge can whip up their own social media network. But not anyone can get 2 billion users to adopt it. Similarly, Bitcoin is the most trusted and widely adopted cryptocurrency in the world. In fact, if Bitcoin ever fails, then all other cryptos will fail because they're based on blockchain technology. But the reverse is not true. If any of the other cryptos fail, it will only make Bitcoin's reputation even stronger. Tips I have for beginning Bitcoin investors. Number 1, don't invest more than 5% of your investment principal into Bitcoin and other cryptos. Most of you who've been following me for a while know that my main strategy is to invest in great companies at reasonable prices, following Warren Buffett principles. But I do take speculative risks with a small part of my portfolio. Although I'm very bullish on Bitcoin, there is significant risk of going broke if my investment thesis is wrong. Tip number 2, don't use a credit card to purchase crypto. They may charge a cash advance fee every time you buy crypto, and it's very easy to go overboard if you use your credit card. When I started investing in crypto, there were no cash advance fees, and I received 1% cash back on my credit card. So I thought I was being clever by using my credit card to save 1% on my crypto purchases. I only intended to invest about $3,000 into crypto, but by the end of it all, I had lost track of my purchases and spent over $10,000 because of how easy it was to use my credit card to purchase crypto. And that goes into tip number 3. Keep very close track of how much you're investing and be sure you don't go over your budget. If you say you're only going to invest $1,000 into Bitcoin, make sure you stop once you reach that limit. Beware of FOMO. Tip number 4, stick to an all Bitcoin or mostly Bitcoin portfolio. If I were to invest in crypto starting today, I'd probably have either a 100% Bitcoin portfolio or an 80% Bitcoin, 20% Ethereum portfolio, Ethereum being the number 2 crypto in terms of market cap, or a 75% Bitcoin, 20% Ethereum, and 5% other. These days, my third favorite crypto that I own is called Chainlink. So that would go into my other category. Tip number 5, if you live in the United States like I do, purchase and store your crypto on an exchange based in the United States that carries insurance and has robust security features. You want it based in the United States because in order to profit from your cryptos, you're eventually going to need to cash out of them. If you buy some crypto that's not accepted at an exchange in the United States, you may have a very hard time cashing out of it. You also want to make sure that your exchange has insurance. In the event that the exchange gets hacked, they'll still be able to pay out their customers. Just remember, insurance doesn't protect you from unauthorized access to your account. So you also want an exchange that provides robust security features such as two-factor authentication and the ability to restrict crypto withdrawals so that even if someone gains unauthorized access to your account, it will be difficult for them to steal your crypto. On the exchanges I use, if someone were to hack into my account and add a withdrawal address, I would get an email notification, and they would have to wait 7 days before the new withdrawal address can be used. So that adds another layer of protection. And one final tip before I discuss the 2 Bitcoin exchanges that I use is to be very careful when going to an exchange's website address. Spoofing is what cyber criminals will use to trick you to go to a malicious website. This and other scams are very common in the crypto world. So always check the website's URL to make sure that you're on the correct site and beware of scams. What are two United States-based exchanges that I use to buy and store my crypto? The first is Gemini. Gemini was started by the Winklevoss twins. You might know them from winning a $65 million lawsuit from Mark Zuckerberg related to Facebook. They used some of that money to invest in Bitcoin in 2013 and started Gemini. Gemini does carry commercial crime insurance for digital assets. It does have two-factor authentication using an app called Authy. And you can also restrict your crypto withdrawals. So if anyone were to hack into your account, they would still have to add a withdrawal address and wait 7 days before they could steal your crypto. So that's a really cool security feature. Gemini offers a wide variety of cryptos. Their fees are relatively low compared with other exchanges, and I've been using Gemini for 3 years. I really like their platform, and if you sign up for Gemini with my referral link in the video description and make a purchase of at least $100 within the first 30 days, both you and I will receive $10 worth of Bitcoin. The second exchange is one that I just started using called BlockFi. What's really cool about this exchange is that they pay you interest on your crypto. You can choose to get paid in Bitcoin or any of the other cryptocurrencies they support. They currently pay 6% interest on Bitcoin up to your first 2.5 Bitcoins. After that, the interest goes down to 3%. Here's a screenshot of the current interest rates on BlockFi. And here's a screenshot of my account. As you can see, I have some Bitcoin and some Litecoin, and this is how much interest I've accrued since I opened my account last week. BlockFi's custodian is Gemini, so you have the same digital asset insurance as Gemini. They also offer two-factor authentication and the ability to restrict withdrawals. One downside is that they only accept wire transfers from your bank. Banks usually charge a fee of around $20 to $50 for a wire transfer. So what I do is deposit money to Gemini for free using my bank, purchase my crypto on Gemini, and then transfer it to BlockFi to start collecting interest. That keeps my fees as low as possible. BlockFi also has a referral program. If you sign up for BlockFi with my referral link in the video description and make a deposit of at least $100, both you and I will receive $10 worth of Bitcoin. So even though I've used many other exchanges, these are the only two that I recommend because they are the only two that I currently use in the United States. Like other US-based financial sites, you may be required to verify your identity when signing up for these sites. For example, I had to enter my social security number when signing up for BlockFi, and I had to upload my driver's license a few years ago when I signed up for Gemini. What are 5 stocks that will benefit from a Bitcoin boom? If you don't have the stomach to invest in Bitcoin, no worries. The first 3 stocks I'm discussing are excellent companies that will do well regardless of Bitcoin's performance. But they will outperform if there is a Bitcoin boom. I own shares in all of these 3 companies, and the first one is AMD, a global semiconductor company. Mining Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies involves a lot of computing power. Not only is AMD one of the world's largest and most well-run computing companies, it also embraces blockchain and cryptocurrency. Their site has a whole page dedicated to blockchain here. AMD is a very successful company without Bitcoin, with businesses in the area of AI, 5G, and data centers. A Bitcoin boom would only add to their already successful business. The second company is Square. They are a leading digital payments company. They also run the Cash App, which is the #1 top free downloaded app on the Google Play Store. The app has allowed users to buy and sell Bitcoin since 2018. The CEO is Jack Dorsey, who is also the CEO of Twitter. He is a huge proponent of Bitcoin. He often states, "We love Bitcoin," on Square's quarterly earnings conference calls. In October of this year, Square purchased $50 million worth of Bitcoin. And in the third quarter just reported, Cash App generated $1.63 billion of Bitcoin revenue, up 11 times year over year, and $32 million of Bitcoin gross profit, up 15 times year over year. Square already has an awesome digital payments business, which is growing without Bitcoin. But a Bitcoin boom will just add to their fortunes. The third company that will benefit from a Bitcoin boom is PayPal. PayPal announced in October that it will be getting into the crypto space. PayPal is already a leading digital payments company and runs its very popular Venmo app. A Bitcoin boom would just accelerate its earnings growth. These next two companies are just as risky and volatile as Bitcoin. Their businesses are not as diverse as the first three companies we just discussed, so they will be more tightly correlated with the rise and fall of Bitcoin. Company 4 is Riot Blockchain, which is a cryptocurrency mining operation focused primarily on Bitcoin and general blockchain technology. I currently do not own this company. Company 5 is Hive Blockchain. I currently do own shares of this company. It is a cryptocurrency mining company based in Canada. So tell me what you think about Bitcoin and crypto. Drop me a line in the comments. Let me know if you're interested in any additional videos on any of these topics. Be sure to leave a like on this video before leaving. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.